My name is Jose Vince. I work for Hands TheFamilyHelpNetwork.ca. I'm actually from everywhere up north, but before North Bay I lived in Timmins for 4 years, and I moved to North Bay when I was 15, so it's been a while. My family's dispersed. I have a sister in Toronto, one in Ottawa, and my mother is in Rouyn-Noranda in the Timiskaming, Quebec region. We often see each other more often in the summer, just because of traveling. Mom doesn't like to travel in the winter much, so I'm usually the one who goes to visit her, but she usually comes to see me around Christmas time. My father was a diamond driller, he was a miner, and we moved a lot. So Timmins was, in my mind, my last move. I was grade 7, 8, so preteen, had it. We moved almost every 6 months from when I was a child. And I was pretty much the only person in my family that would put up a fuss. My sisters would be upset, but never verbalized it as much as I did. And my father and I had a fairly good relationship, but wasn't very close with him because he was always away from home. He worked so much, and he was out of town a lot for work purposes. So I gave him a hard time every time he would announce to us that once again we were moving. So I was not happy to move to Timmins. But as I did every time we moved, I was very resilient and was able to make friends easily, and everything would work out fine until we received another announcement. And really, Timmins was the longest stay we had. So I was in Timmins for 4 years, and we'd never been anywhere for that length of time before we'd have to move. So moving to North Bay was the most difficult. I was 15. Had made friends in high school, did not want to move again. So I was devastated. Once again, came to North Bay, made friends. Actually, there was another attempt to move to Sudbury when I was about 17, and I outwardly refused. And my parents actually made arrangements for me to stay with a friend to finish high school for the year, so that I didn't have to move, because I put up such a fuss. And I know my father was heartbroken about it, but he finally agreed. I was at the age where he felt comfortable doing that, so that was good. And when I was in my early 20s, my father was diagnosed with cancer, and it was terminal cancer, so he had been given 6 months to live. And although we didn't have the opportunity to chat so much throughout my life with him, we made it a point to do so before he passed away. And one of the things we talked about was the fact that he had made us move so much. He said that to me. He said, I'm sorry. He had really apologized to me. I'm sorry for making you move so much. And I said, well, you had no other choice. You were providing for your family. You were doing the best you could, and I don't want you to apologize, because if it wasn't for the fact of him making us move so much, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'm very outgoing, silly. I can make friends easily. I'm not shy. I think that if my life would have been different and I maybe would have stayed in the same place, I may not be that person, the person that I am today, and I wouldn't have experienced so many people and so many different things in my life, because I would have been in the same place and way up north in a very small town. North Bay is the biggest city I've ever lived in, so he's done me a favor. He did me a favor, and I made sure that I made that clear to him, and I think it made him feel better. And he did say to me that you broke my heart when you didn't move to Sudbury with me, and I said to him, I'm sorry, Daddy, I just couldn't do it. And he looked at me and said, you know what, I would have done the exact same thing. My name is Jose Vince, and I'm very proud to support Hands and my family story.